Next. What is the title? Chapter Self-Surrender in Works, the Way of Gita. The life of human creature, as it is ordinarily lived, is composed of a half-fixed, half-fluid mass of very imperfectly ruled thoughts, perceptions, sensations, emotions, desires, enjoyments, acts, mostly customary and self-repeating, in part only dynamic and self-developing, but all centered around a superficial ego. Now, let us try to understand the yoga of works, how we should do the yoga, the karma yoga. The first is, mostly what we do is customary and self-repeating, they have no value. You always try and be very careful when I am telling it. You should do it as an exercise. You just put a diary or something or a notebook. How many customary and self-repeating acts we do? They are useless for us. And ahara, nidra, bhaya, maidhunancha are the most customary and self-repeating activities which have no value. But they are a must. It doesn't mean that you should not eat and you should not sleep. But you should know they are not dynamic and self-developing. Which are the acts of your day-to-day life which are dynamic and self-developing, you should know. Even when you know this, you remember that is not a yoga of works if it is based on a superficial ego. That means if the work you are doing is because Mr. X or Mr. Y is doing, it is wrong. The name given to you is by nature, by parents. So whatever work you are doing, if Ramakrishna is doing, it is a superficial ego. Do this know the inner being? Is my activities being motivated by the inner being? Certainly not. So, customary and self-repeating, waste. Dynamic and self-developing, if they are based on superficial ego, even then it is a waste, but better than customary and self-repeating. Next. It is for this meaningful development of consciousness by thought, will, emotion, desire and action and experience, leading in the end to a supreme divine self-discovery, that man, the mental being, has entered into the material body. This is the seed in which the tree of yoga of works develops. This you should remember. Thought, your thoughts, your will. Unfortunately, many of us don't have any will. Will means do or die. And many times if you can't do it, we just sidetrack and say we will have an alternative. And will never has an alternative. So we have thoughts, no will. Emotion, I don't think so. Emotion means which motivates you to act. Then you have to put a question mark whether you have any emotions or not. Desires, we have a lot of desires and very high sounding desires. Action, no action. If the higher the desire which you sound, the lesser the action towards it. You got the point what I am telling? I want to get a first class. Every student has a desire. But does he act according to that? No. Every example I am giving, you should put to yourself. Don't think about a student and that he has no action in his desire. How many of our desires we really put into action and experience, leading in the end to a supreme divine self-discovery. So all these, your thoughts, your will, your emotion, your desire, your action and experience, out of them the only thing is a very little desire comes into our experience. Only desire, not even thoughts. that man, the mental being, has entered into the material body. So this is the problem. You have to put your thoughts towards divine self-discovery. Put your will towards divine self-discovery. Put your emotion towards divine self-discovery. Your desire, action, experience to. Now, how many of us can say that even when we are reading this, we know that we are reading this for divine self-discovery? We have our own egoistic approaches. And I am not meaning in a negative sense. I am meaning it that this is not the cause for which we are doing all this. But Sri Aurobindo very specifically says, this material body has been given only for the self-discovery. Next. First, to disinherit desire and no longer accept the enjoyment of desire as the ruling human motive. Self-explanatory, many of our desires, they rule us. So we should not allow those desires at least taking a form of action. Let the desire be there, let it not be acted upon. The mental being too must undergo a new birth and a transfiguring change. This we will read later. Our confused and embarrassed, ego-centered, small-motivated will and action. You see the adjectives he has given, and if you don't have those adjectives, you have to develop those adjectives. First of all, we should be embarrassed. You know what we mean by embarrassed? We should feel shy because we are ego-centered. Small motivated. You don't have a large goal of serving the humanity of the world. That is what Sri Krishna said. That your first motive as an Indian, especially as a man who is interested in yoga, to be of service to the world. But we have only small motivations. Will and action must cease and make room for the total working of a swiftly powerful, lucidly automatic, divinely moved and guided, unfallen force. There must be implanted and activated in all our doings a supreme, impersonal, unfaltering, and unstumbling will in spontaneous and untroubled unison with the will of the divine. Next. We shall find that our action does not correspond with our inner light. This is, for few months, this is the problem. What we do does not correspond with our inner light. It doesn't matter. When a small child is trying to learn to walk, his only goal is to walk. He falls, gets up. He falls, gets up, he walks. When a child is learning to walk, he has no goals for his walking. He has no goal that he will reach that place or this place or this place. The only goal is he should walk. What does it mean? When he wants to walk, he should be able to walk. If he does not want to walk, he should not walk. Similarly, the inner light first trains you. That is where we have to take the help of all the scriptures, all the 7 stages of Raja Yoga, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana. We will come to that. Because in the process of learning, it is only the fundamental aspect of our sadhana is to control your thoughts. If you don't want to think, you should not think. If you want to think, you should think.